Welcome to the Basketball Fiends Podcast, a proud member of the Arskina Podcast Network. My name is Jesus Acevedo Jr., and I'm joined by Alex Aguilera. Say hello to the people, Alex.
Hello, people.
Hello, people. And joining us this week is the one and only, and you definitely can't clone him, the Minnesota Timberwolves, Patrick Beverley. Let's give him a round of applause, Patrick Beverley. Okay, so Patrick Beverley isn't actually a guest today, but he did make the rounds across multiple ESPN shows and podcasts this week, Alex, and he got plenty to say.
Yeah, I mean, well, we all know the man is he's a man of words indeed. So yeah, he let it all out.
He specifically wanted to focus on one team, the Phoenix Suns, and one player, Chris Paul, and pretty much, one of the things he said was that he can have a drink before the night he plays the Phoenix Suns. He'll have a drink, a wine, a steak, go to sleep at 10:30. He's like, compare when I have to guard Steph Curry, I'm going to sleep at 8:30. Like I'm saying, Mama, if you call me, I'm not going to answer. I have to play defense tomorrow.
Yeah.
So. But it was interesting, like how raw with it he was. I don't think we've had a player like that in a long time, and I'm trying to find somebody to compare him to, but I just can't.
Nah, I mean, like we've had plenty of trash talkers in this league. I think for him, it's a different level. I don't want to say another level, like a different level, in the respect that he's willing to put it out there publicly, like out in the open for people to watch, listen. Like he doesn't give a damn. It isn't just it stays on the court. Like he's willing to talk afterwards, and it's like, hey man, he can say what he wants, man. That's his thing.
And I know some players came back not at him, but well, I guess you could say
Nah, they came back at him.
they came back at him. Matt Barnes said that it was almost disrespect. He said you can critique a player, but then there's a line, and he pretty much crossed it. Also, Danny Green was saying, Pat Bev, people are coming at you too. Luka was giving it to you, a couple playoffs ago. So yeah, but he definitely made the rounds. He definitely let it know. Like I said, focusing on the Suns, focusing on the on Chris Paul. I have to ask, what did Chris Paul do to him? I know they don't.
That's what everyone's asking. That's the $1 million question.
Maybe he got denied for an all-star insurance policy, or State Farm or commercial or something. There must be something where we don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Like for some reason, Chris Paul is on Patrick Beverley's blacklist. I don't know. Like I'm just like I was hearing this stuff, and I'm just like, man, like where is this coming from exactly? Like I'm just trying to I'm trying to come up or think of instances where they cross paths, and I'm like, I mean, I'm pretty sure they did, but I was just like, I can't recall like a really big like Chris Paul like Pat Bev beef, but I guess there is. I don't know.
I mean, maybe Pat Bev is still mad that he got traded to the Clippers for Chris Paul to go to the Rockets, or we saw they had a little scuffle on court where Pat Bev shoved Chris Paul in the back. So yeah, there must be something.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
So there must be something, but there is one thing we know. We know that the Eastern Conference Finals are tied 1-1 as the Boston Celtics put a whooping on the Miami Heat, kind of in reversal of what happened in Game 1, Alex. And I'll be honest, we were talking before we hit record that I've been disappointed in this series because both games have been blowout. And we are recording this Thursday night, so technically, the game is still going, but the Boston Celtics have a 30-point lead with 6 minutes left. It'll be a historical collapse for them to lose this one. But yeah, right. I've been disappointed. I expected closer games in this series.
Yeah, man. I mean, granted, these conference final series are early. They're like, a game in, or in this case, game 2 with the Eastern Conference Finals. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer to just see a blowout in game 1, and now we're seeing a blowout in game 2. You would think, this is the 1-2 seed, right? Was Boston the 2 seed?
Yeah, Boston was the 2 seed.
Okay, right. Yeah, I thought it was just it was pretty much just gonna be like this slugfest where they just kind of go back and forth, and something where I mean I think it'll still go into like game 6, game 7 territory, but I don't want it to be that series where it's like okay, game 2 Boston stomps Miami and then Miami comes back and then stomps Boston in game 3 and then it's just the back and forth of teams getting blown out. It's just kind of like yeah, okay, whatever.
I definitely expected the battle to be kind of like how in those classic Rocky movies, they're just like duking it out and they're going back and
Right?
forth and
Yeah,
it's hard.
exactly.
That's how they will see. But so far, it's been one haymaker and then the other opponent hits the other haymaker. So it's
Hmm.
like boom, one punch knockout, and then game 2, boom, one punch knockout. So I do hope game 3 we get the close game. And I think we will because game 1 Boston played without Marcus Smart and now Horford. Game 2, Marcus Smart and Al Horford played, and it made a big difference. So now Miami's gonna have to make those adjustments. Now taking that into account, so I think Game 3 will be a close one. But to me, Boston had to win this game too. I don't want to say must win, but I think it was critical for them to win
Yeah.
this game.
Yep.
You take one from Miami
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, man, just to go home down 2-0. Not that, and by no means is it impossible to come back, but to be able to steal that game 2 and then have the next 2 games at home, like you're able to come in with that momentum, and if you're able to come out a games 3 and 4 and you win those back to back, hey, that's a 3-1 series lead. So I mean, it just to be able to set yourself up for success, it's a great way. I mean, Boston has bounced back in the perfect way possible after getting stomped in game 1 to be able to capitalize and just dominate in game 2 right here. You can see how essential Marcus Smart and Al Horford are, or have been in these playoffs, and we saw it in game 1 how much Boston really needed those guys. So
I mean, Marcus Smart has 24 points so far in the game, still about 5 minutes left. Al Horford has 10 points. He's plus 16. Marcus Smart is 31. And also, Marcus Smart defensively, he's made Jimmy Butler work. Yes, Jimmy Butler has 29 points, but he's had to work. He's 11 of 18 so far in the game, but he's a negative 20. So Marcus Smart has been effective on both sides of the floor. So, but like I said, I think game 3 tomorrow, which is Saturday when you people are listening to this podcast on Friday, so it's tomorrow, it's Saturday. I think game 3, right? Game 3 is on Saturday.
yeah, because they like alternate days.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'm expecting a close game Saturday night. It'll be a perfect time. And I when the series started, before it started, I said this is gonna go 7 games, but I didn't pick a winner. I flip flop between the both, and until I think until I see a close game, then I can really assess who I think can win because I think both of these teams can win this series.
Yeah.
Frankly put, they both had great defenses. They both have their go-to guy, Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, and their second, shot creator, which whether for the Heat you can go either Bam Adebayo or Tyler Hero, and with Boston is Jalen Brown. But yeah, I haven't made a pick in this series yet. Alex, have you?
I'm rolling with Miami. I think Miami would take it in a game 7. I just think coming off of last year where I think they kind of had that finals slump, if that makes any sense. But
Yeah.
I really like what I saw from them coming out of the bubble and making that finals run. So I mean, them being a 1 seed this year, I mean, really didn't surprise me. To see the kind of like the resurgence of Tyler Hero coming off the bench. You're seeing Victor Oladipo finding his form again. So yeah, I mean, I think this Miami team is just loaded. It's game 2. It was a rough one. I mean, it's a team that I don't think is gonna get rattled. Getting stomped in game 2 after what we saw in game 1. I think now they're just gonna have to reassess. Like, oh, okay, now we know this Boston team is no joke, especially with
They're for real.
Marcus Smart and Al Horford. Like when Boston's fully healthy, like hey, they can take care of anybody. So
They definitely need somebody else to step up because game 2, like we said, still going, still less than 5 minutes, not about less than 4 minutes. But you know, Tyler Hero 14 points, no, sorry, 11 points, minus 33. Bam Adebayo 6 points. So Jimmy Butler was the one carrying the offense, and typically, the Miami Heat have scoring spread around.
Yeah.
So I think they definitely need to compete in the series. But the good thing is they have their defense to fall back on, unless they get blitzed like the Boston Celtics blitzed them in Game 2. Another team that got blitzed was the Dallas Mavericks, who got blitzed in Game 1 by the Golden State Warriors. Another blowout, Alex. And to be honest, I have to ask, did the Golden State Warriors solve the Luka problem the Phoenix Suns couldn't answer?
For game 1, yes. They
Yeah,
solved it
yeah.
for one game. Can they sustain it for a series? That remains to be seen. But it looks like they got it down at least for game 1. So
I mean, Luca had a minus 30, 20 points. Had to work for those
that's not
20
good.
points. That's not good. And
Mm-mm.
but like you said, can the Warriors keep that up for 3 more games? Now, here's the thing. On the flip side, the Mavs traditionally always lose the first game in playoff series. Just look at this season. They lost against the Jazz
Yeah.
and they lost against the Suns. So maybe the Mavs are like, we got Golden State right where we want them.
Right. I mean, not to say that the Mavs are losing game 1 on purpose. I don't think that's the case at all. But I think I guess looking at it in a positive way of losing game 1, you're able to assess, oh, okay, here are the adjustments we need to make now going into game 2. And it was actually what I found interesting about, on the flip side, to with Golden State, was that it wasn't like a Steph Curry show by all means.
Mm.
A lot of guys were contributing in game 1. Like Andrew Wiggins actually had a pretty solid game. I know he had dropped
Seven
19.
seven players with double figures by
Yeah.
the Warriors.
Yep. So I think it was Wiggins. I'm trying to pull it up. Okay, so it was Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevin Looney, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, and Otto Porter Jr. They were all in double figures. So
And look, if Andrew Wiggins is gonna play like that every game, I don't think the Mavericks have a chance. There's just no way for them to combat every offensive arsenal that the Warriors have. Because Wiggins has always been a streaky player. He's not a consistent player. He hasn't. I think we can be honest. He hasn't lived up to that number 1 pick. Weight that comes with that pick. But the talent is there, and
yeah,
we've seen it in flashes. From when he was with the Timberwolves, and now with this time with the Golden State Warriors, we've seen the flashes. We've seen the talent is there, and we saw it in Game 1. So I'm saying, if he's gonna play like that the rest of the series, Mavs don't have a chance. This could be a 5-game series.
yeah. I mean, like, again, that's if Andrew Wiggins plays well the whole series, and I think you hit it right on the nail that he is very much a streaky player. And to your point where he hasn't lived up to that like number 1 pick hype or threshold per se, I think it's because you haven't seen him like fully put it together where throughout the season, the type of player he's gonna be. Like one game he can very well look like that, top number 1 pick, and then you
Mhm.
have other games where he's just kind of there or whatever. So, but yeah, I think, yeah, if Andrew Wiggins is gonna play like this the rest of the series, then I mean, I don't think. I mean, I still like Dallas because honestly, I did not have them making a Western Conference Finals run. I still think they got a chance, but yeah, it'll be a tough hill to climb.
I mean, the Warriors have numbers to throw at Luka as far as different defenders. You have Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson, um,
You throw
who,
Jordan Poole on him, why not?
Jordan. But I don't like Jordan that much. If they had Gary Payne, they could maybe throw him. But the thing is,
Gary Payne
I,
got to be healthy though.
he gotta be healthy. That's right. And then even then, Luca might have size in him. By the way, what are you drinking there, Alex? Are you drinking Topo Chico hard seltzer?
Yeah,
Oh, Topo Chico hard seltzer. There it is. I'm drinking tropical mango, and you got
I got exotic pineapple.
exotic pineapple. So there you go, Topo Chico. I just got you another customer. So send that sponsorship deal our way. Send the
Why is
money.
it exotic pineapple?
Because they don't just get it from the store. They don't just go get the pineapple from the store. They go to the exotic islands, and so I guess they have to slap an exotic on there. To be honest, it's just marketing. I mean, this is tropical mango. So
I mean, what's fine with just mango? What's fine with just pineapple?
exactly, that's what I'm saying. You know, but back
Okay.
to the back
I just
to
realized there's a
the.
line
There's a line,
on the can.
a lime.
A lion.
Oh yeah, Topo
Why?
Chico. That's like their logo. That's been forever their logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Topo
Okay.
Chico.
Sorry, I'm
'Cause,
getting off topic because now
yeah,
I'm staring at the can.
we're talking about the Mavs and the Golden State Warriors. I for this one I picked the Golden State Warriors in six, so we'll see how that prediction comes out. You know, like I said, I think it all depends on how much they get out of Andrew Wiggins. That is what I predict. Something that I don't know if we predicted this season was the All NBA rookie team, Alex. I don't think we made our predictions on that. I know we talked about it whenever Bill Simmons, said
All right.
F Jalen Green. And speaking of Jalen Green, he
Yeah.
made the All NBA rookie team, first team, as I expected that he would. Just to kind of tell our listeners, the first team was Jalen Green of the Houston Rockets, Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's rookie of the year, Evan Mobley, mind you. Scotty Barnes of the Toronto Raptors.
Oh,
Kate,
Scotty Barnes won Rookie of the Year.
was it Scotty Barnes? Oh my God, was it? It was.
I'm pretty sure it was Scotty Barnes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I was like Evan Mobley. I was like,
Hey, you could make the argument. Maybe I thought he was, but yeah, Barnes was named the rookie of the year. My mistake, and that's why he made the All NBA first team. Why did I think it was Mobley? You know why? Because I thought he should have got it. Maybe I had it in my mind. Like that's what I'm gonna remember from this
okay.
season. So I apologize, listeners. And then Kate Cunningham of the Detroit Pistons, Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic, and out of those five, Franz Wagner is the one that surprised me. You know, he's not. He was the he was still a lottery pick, right? Or he was right? Was he a team pick?
Oh, I forget. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I feel
I
like I
know he
should know
played
it.
for Michigan, so but
Right. I think is it Franz Wagner? God, what draft pick was he? Sorry, and I
the
gotta look it
number
up.
eight pick, the
He
number
was the
eight
eighth
pick,
pick. Jeez.
yeah.
I feel like I should have known that. Whatever.
But yeah, he surprised me with his play, and I expected Jalen Suggs to actually make the team, but he's the one that got the honors. But yeah, so what do you make of the All NBA first rookie team?
I'm not mad at it. think it's think it's solid. I mean, I like every one of these guys. Obviously, Scotty Barnes winning Rookie of the Year. I mean, of course, he's gonna be on all on the first team. Kate Cunningham. I mean, it's way too early to say if he's living up to the hype, but he's definitely like the bright star in Detroit right now because Detroit has been down in the dumps for some time now. So he's definitely going to be the guy moving forward. I would say actually out of all these guys, I think Jalen Green has been the one that has stood out to me the most.
Mm,
Um,
okay,
in Houston, I would and actually friends. I think it's I think is it pronounced Wagner?
Wagner, yeah.
I want to say he was the one that kind of surprised me a little bit. Out of the first team, I guess just because I mean I'm not a big Orlando guy, so I mean I don't see a lot of Orlando too much. But yeah, I mean I know Evan Mobley was doing his thing in Cleveland. I did see him, so
Yeah, I think obviously I saw a lot of Jalen Green here playing here in Houston, but I definitely like this team. I know we can also talk about the second team, which was the second All NBA team was I don't have the list anymore, but I
yeah,
know
I
you're
got it.
both okay.
I
Who
got
was
it.
second?
So yeah, Io DeSumo, Illinois guy, he made it to the second team. Chris Duarte, from the Indiana Pacers. Josh Giddey from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Bones Highland from Denver, and Herbert Jones from the New Orleans Pelicans to round out the All NBA rookie second team.
I feel like Josh Giddey, I was really impressed with this game, and I think had they
Yeah,
not shut him down, he could have probably cracked the All NBA, the All First Team rookie team because he was playing really good. He has a good game, and I'm thinking, as we look to the 2022 NBA draft because the NBA just had the draft lottery. The Orlando Magic have the number one pick. The Oklahoma City Thunder have the number two pick. The Rockets have the number three pick. The Kings have the number four pick, and the Pistons have the number five pick. But I want to focus on the number two pick with the Oklahoma City Thunder because there's a chance. I don't know why. I have a feeling that Shed Homegrown is gonna land in Oklahoma with the number two pick, and him and Josh Giddey are just gonna.
Ooh,
I feel like their games are made for each other. With that
interesting.
team. Yeah. So, but yeah. So that's our last topic actually. So if you guys can tell, the 2022 NBA Draft lottery. The Magic have the number one pick for I believe the fifth time in their franchise history. I think they're tied for they took the lead for the most. I think the second the most was four was the Cleveland Cavaliers, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that. Might have to double check on me on that. But yeah, the Magic, the number one pick. Now I gotta ask, who do you think they should take, Alex?
Ooh, that's a good question. Shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. What's this? Oh my god, this guy out of oh my god.
Auburn, Duke,
Yeah,
Purdue.
no, there's two guys. There's one guy from Auburn,
Yeah,
and
that's
this
Jabari Smith.
yeah, I'm thinking either Jabari Smith and oh my god, I'm this is pissing me off. Like I'm been Jesus, my mind's been somewhere else today. This kid from Gonzaga.
Oh yeah, yeah, Shea Homegrown.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
You just said his name.
I
Oh my
just said his
god,
name. Yeah,
you
yeah.
just said his name. Yeah.
Here's the interesting part of that. Shea Holmgren was, I believe, high school teammates with Jalen Suggs, who played at Gonzaga, who is with the Orlando Magic. So
Right.
there's a chance that he could reunite with his high school buddy, high school teammate.
Jesus, I can't believe
Uh,
I was blanking on his name. You just said it. I'm like, dude, like this is pissing me off. Like I just heard it and I can't freaking say the name. Anyway,
it's
go ahead.
it's definitely there's been a lot of mock drafts already out there, and the top four players as from all drafts that I've seen, all mock drafts are not in any particular order, but Shed Holmgren from Gonzaga, which is he's a forward center. Jabari Smith, we just talked about him. He's in Auburn. He's a forward, 6'10", who's like I guess a stretch four, power forward. Paolo Banchero from Duke. He's a forward, also 6'10", and then Jaden Ivey, shooting guard, point guard, sorry, or guard, from Purdue. So those are the top four picks I believe in this draft. And to be honest, it could be I could see Orlando going with Shea Holmgren or taking Jabari Smith. And then from there, I still have a feeling. I don't know why I have a feeling that Shea Holmgren's going to land with Oklahoma, but I could see him landing in the Magic too. I think they could be, the promise of what he could be.
Right. I could see Jaden Ivey landing with Sacramento.
See, but
Well, they already got De'Aaron Fox,
exactly they don't say
right?
um
Well, could you move De'Aaron Fox to the two? Because I feel like is Jaden Ivey more of a one or a two? Jesus. And I've seen him play, man, because he plays with Purdue.
I think he's more of a no. I won't speak. I didn't see much about him.
He's
I want
six,
to.
well, he's 6 foot. He's probably I want to say he's a two. Yeah, I want to say Jaden Ivey's more of a two. So I mean maybe
Yeah.
because I could because what is it? Well, Houston has three. Jalen Green a forward.
Jalen Green, yeah. No, he's a shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard. So I mean, well, who is your guys' point guard then?
Kevin Porter Jr.
Okay, so maybe he's not, maybe not. Maybe he's not going. Well then, all right. Well, Jaden Ivey's gonna end up somewhere. I don't know where. He may have to be top five, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder if any of these teams will trade out of the top picks, which I doubt it. I know they asked Houston Rockets GM what's would they listen to offers, and of course he said, of course we'll listen to offers. You have to in this business. That doesn't mean we're gonna pull it,
Right.
but yeah, I think all these teams are in rebuild mode. The Magic, the Thunder, the Rockets, the Kings. And then if you want to even go to five with the Pistons who had the number five, the number one pick last year, they got the number five pick this year. So I do wonder with this draft is what's going to be the one player that kind of stands out. How we're talking about, in the last topic, Franz Wagner. He surprised at the number eight pick. Which I guess should we say maybe not so much of a surprise because it's the number eight pick, right? I guess you should expect something. But for example, who's the I'm blanking out on his name now. Adu Al you. from Chicago. I said his name all wrong. I'm so
Io
sorry.
DeSumo. Oh
I
my
do them
goodness,
so you, and you say his name so much. See, it happens. But yeah, he was a late teen pick, and he had a stellar season. Making the second team.
that's
So
right.
so so I'm interested in what kind of player the teams find. Like for example, in my hometown, the Houston Rockets, they have the 17 pick. Last year, when they had a pick in the teens, they picked Alperen Sengun, who also received votes for All NBA second team rookie. So I'm interested to see who that player is going to be.
I am too. Trying to. I mean, I don't. Uh, I'm trying to think of someone. I guess outside of the lottery. God, I don't want to. Man, it's like all right, all right. I'm just gonna say it. I don't want to be lame, but like Paulo Banchero
Yeah,
out of Duke. Honestly, seeing him in the tournament, like fully, like fully, that was the most I had really seen him. I mean, I had seen a couple Duke games, but that was in the tournament. That's when I really saw him, and I like him.
he
I like
look.
him.
He has the size. He has the shooting touch. He comes from a good program in Duke. Led them to the Final Four. I thought he was going to go ahead and lead them to the final, and I think that would have lifted his stock. It's high right now, right? It would have lifted up even
Right,
that much higher. But no, I think he showed off in the tournament. He was showing off throughout the season, right? But I think to me, his tournament is where you show off because that's when it matters a lot more.
right. And like, what is it? I want to. So, all right. So I got some stats for you. Average 17 points a game, seven. Let's just round it up. 8 rebounds per game. Shot 47% from the field. So I mean, and honestly, like, was I want to say he's 6'10", but he doesn't play like he's
Oh,
6'10". I feel like he's very athletic
yeah.
for a 6'10" forward. I guess you could say stretch forward. And I want to say you just mentioned it. He's got a soft touch to him, which I really like. Especially from a four. I think that's something that you kind of, I guess, maybe even need at this point if you want to excel
Yeah.
in the NBA, especially at that size. Um, and I feel like I guess what stands out to me is that field goal percentage. He can shoot the three a little bit at 33%. But what I like about it is that he takes a lot of Jesus, what's the word I'm looking for? High percentage shots, or term I should say. So I mean, I feel like he takes smart shots per se. He doesn't force a lot too much. At
Mhm.
least just from what I saw. Look, I'm not no Duke expert by any means, but this is my sample size from the tournament. I just felt like shots that he was putting up were very near close to the rim, kind of like a lot of short mid range type of shots. Like for the most part, like I wasn't mad at anything he really put up.
No, yeah, of course. I think to me, like I said, what I saw in the tournament from him, I think that can translate to the NBA easily, especially with today's more free flowing offenses. And I don't say trigger happy, right? But there's a lot of shots being taken from outside the
Yeah.
wing, and he has that shot, that stroke. So it'll be interesting to see how the drafts. And I don't think any in the top five picks will make any trades. Watch as I say that now, trades will happen, right?
And yeah, it seems like a pretty kind of like star-studded draft this year. As you can tell, if you haven't heard at this point, I probably need to do some more, research. So probably be doing that at least right before the draft. That way, I know a little bit more. But yeah, I think at least the top five, I don't really see anybody moving around too much, especially OKC. I mean, well, they got a
Yeah.
ton of first-round picks, so they're fine.
Definitely, definitely. So yeah, so that is our last topic on our 57th episode. Last week I said this was gonna be our 58th, but I was mistaken. Last week was our 57th, 56, sorry, episode. This episode that you're listening to is a
Numbers are hard, man.
57. Numbers are hard, which is why I am
Never,
a writer. I
yeah,
like
man.
words. I prefer words than
And
numbers.
and
But
I that's
right,
why
right.
that's why I got that degree in journalism. I was like, all right, what can I do that has like the least amount of math? And once I found out journalism was a thing, I'm like, this is
That's
it.
it. That's
This
it.
is it.
That is my calling.
This is it. Yeah,
And it is
absolutely.
definitely. Any plans for the weekend, Alex?
Work.
Work, 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 work. Go get them Chicago Cubs. All right. Thank you, people, for listening to the 57th. Come back next week for the 58th episode. We'll see where the series are at by then. Hopefully, we got some close games to talk to. Hopefully, some buzzer beaters. I feel we need more buzzer beaters in this playoff series, Alex. I mean, in this whole playoffs in general.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, yeah, no, we do. I don't know. The playoffs has just been kind of meh to me. Like nothing. I don't know. I expected. I guess more back and forth. You know, and like you said, Rocky type of style series, and it's just. I mean, granted, like Dallas and Phoenix went to a game 7, but like just Dallas just smoked Phoenix. I thought that was just gonna go down to the wire, overtime, and stuff like that. And we haven't seen that so far.
We have not. We have not. So come back next week and maybe we'll have something to talk about. But thank you so much for listening to the Basketball Fiends. And don't forget to subscribe. See ya.
Deuces.